our Week 4 picks video. It's Thursday, and on Thursday, we got the Lions and the Packers. In this one, we got Lions -2. We're going to take it. It's in Green Bay. But the Packers, they're 2-1. Not too bad. But here's the problem. I got a comment about, so apparently I only picked them for 4 wins this year in the random video I did to figure out who was going to win it all. Just random picks. I only picked them for 4 wins. Somebody didn't like that. And they rubbed it in my face that they're 2-1, even though I projected them to get 4 wins. Yeah, that kind of irrational confidence after beating the Bears and coming back against the Saints without Derek Carr. That kind of confidence just proves that the Lions are going to get the automatic dub tonight, all right? There's no other explanation. There's nothing else to it. Easy dub for the Lions. That'd be a good win for them. Get them to 3-1. Packers to 2-2. They'll come back down to earth a little bit, until the next time they beat the Bears. But the next one is actually the 9:30 game. This game is in London. It's the London game. It's the Jaguars again. The Jaguars are going back, and I swear the Falcons were just there too within the last few years. So I guess maybe these guys, they do the research. Maybe these are the biggest fan bases out there. I don't know. No, but it's random. I don't know what they do for the scheduling, but Falcons 2-1, Jaguars 1-2. Jags have had some tough matchups. Tough loss to the Texans, but divisional games are always tough. Falcons haven't really proved much yet. They had some nice wins against some not great teams so far, but unfortunately, I think Jaguars, they're going to use this London game as, a bit of a bounce back. This will be a little bit of a bounce back for them. So I got the Jags -3. Jags are taking over London for the weekend, so that should be exciting. Nice little 9:30 game. I'll wake up sometime during the second quarter, hopefully. But yeah, I got the Jags on that one, so they'll get to 2-2. Falcons will be even at 2-2 as well. I'd say this is the game of the weekend right here. This is an exciting one. This one right here. Bills. Dolphins. Definitely the most exciting game. Obviously, we know the Dolphins, high power offense. Bills got firepower too. I mean, this should be a good one. I'm excited for this one. It could be high scoring, and if it's not, it's just gonna be a battle. These divisional games, I mean, they're already good in the first place. Add on to the fact that both these teams, Bills, see the playoff predictions that I did, I don't take that one too seriously, because it's like, all right, I had the Bills like barely missing the playoffs on that, so it's like, all right, a couple of those I'd want to switch because I think they'll get in, but especially now that the Jets don't have Rodgers, they're definitely going to be second in the East, so it seems like a clear path for them, but Dolphins are tough, and that's why I'm going to have to take the Dolphins. Wild thing is, I mean, it's in New York, but the Bills -2.5 line. I mean, after the Dolphins drop 70. I don't know. I think that's a little weird. But the weirder thing is that the Broncos and Bears have to play each other this week. This one is brutal. Couldn't think of a worse game. But honestly, yeah, 2-0-3 teams. I think the Broncos, they're not good, but they're not Bears bad. They're not that bad. The Bears have issues. Broncos, I'd be surprised if they lost this one. It is in Chicago. But Denver -3.5. I'm gonna take that. I would take that. Bears could be a surprise. Broncos D sucks. The Bears suck across the board. This is a weird one, but I trust the Bears and prop up the Broncos a little bit, but could easily go the other way. But I don't think the Broncos are as bad as the Bears, so feels like an easy pick to me, but I wouldn't be surprised if those two teams just, it's only 3 games in. This is week 4. One of those teams could easily look like a different team, especially since they're playing another bad team. But we'll see. Ravens, Browns. Who's the winner? It's going to be... Boom. Yeah, I got the Browns. Browns -3. It's in Cleveland. Their defense has just been so good. And then Deshaun Watson actually showed up last week. And Lamar Jackson, he's been running well. I feel like his passing hasn't been there. Not that they need it, but I think the Browns defense, I think they're going to be able to slow him up just enough. I think Deshaun will be solid. Man, I feel bad for the Browns, man. I think they'll be okay with Ford and like Kareem, but I don't know. And Pierce Strong, actually, they gave him a bunch of carries, but without Chubb, they're going to miss him this year. I'm going to say this every time I talk about the Browns, like, oh, why does Chubb have to go down, man? You just feel bad for him, because he hasn't had this happen to him. It just happens to a lot of running backs. It's pretty brutal. It's just a brutal sport. I don't know how these guys do it sometimes, maybe that's why we like it. It's like these guys do crazy stuff. And most of them get compensated pretty well for it, so I don't know. That's a plus. But Bengals, Titans, here we go. Bengals, Joe Burrow. I don't know what's up with him. Maybe it's that new money. Or it's probably just the calf. If we don't have to overthink this one. I think it's just calf is just not 100%, and he's been struggling a little. They finally got Jamar Chase going for once. But yeah, I got Bengals -2.5. It's in Nashville. This one, I won't be surprised if the Bengals handle this one pretty easily. I have no faith in the Titans, but the good news is when I lose faith in the team completely, they always win that week, just to spite me. Not really, but Tannehill's not good. Maybe if they get Derrick Henry going, they'll be all right. But DeAndre Hopkins, man, you could have made a better choice. Maybe he didn't have other choices. Who knows? I don't know. But going to the Titans, I don't think it's going to work out for him. The next one, Colts, Rams. Colts. They didn't have JT to start the year. They still don't have him, but they're holding up all right. They're doing all right. Zach Moss carrying the load. Rams, no Cooper Kupp, but they've been all right. They've been solid. Defense is all right. Stafford looks good. They got Puka. Kyron Williams looking pretty good, but they had 2 tough teams. They had, the Niners, and then who did they have? Oh, and the Bengals. I think the Bengals are always tough, even though they're having a slow start. But so 1-2 Rams, I think they'll be just fine. Colts, tough one. It's actually, the line is even for this one, which is interesting, but I would take the Rams. I'm taking the Rams here for sure. But Colts, they're holding on. They just, no Richardson. It's Minshew again, but he can get the job done. He's a decent backup, so we'll have to see with that one. But up next, little divisional matchup here. Saints, Bucks. Both are 2-1. If Derek Carr plays, I got Saints -3. If Derek Carr plays. If Derek Carr doesn't play, I don't know. I'm eager to stick with the Saints anyways. The Buccaneers, I don't think they're 2-1. Both these teams are in a good spot, but this is a tough one. I have no faith in this one. Divisional matchup could go either way, but I gotta go Saints. -3. Derek Carr, it's the shoulder. We'll see if he even plays. Winston, I don't know. I don't have faith, but it's at home. I don't know. I got nothing for that one. It could go either way. It really could. Speaking of matchups that won't go either way, Eagles. Yeah, Eagles at home in Philly against the Commanders. I don't know. -8.5 for Philly. I'm taking that. I'm going to take the Eagles in every game until they lose. It's the same with the Dolphins at this point. Until they lose, I won't even consider picking another team. All right, they're just solid, high-power offense, strong defense. I'm going Eagles at home. Sam Howell, rough game last week. First 2 games are solid. Rough game last week. We'll see how he bounces back. We'll see. But I'm not picking the Eagles until they lose. I'm not picking against them. It's just not going to happen. Another battle of some 0-3 teams here. The Panthers, obviously, they're kind of in a rebuild. Vikings, they're in a tough spot. They're not rebuilding. This is their team. They need to start getting some wins right now. I think they're a little bit more desperate than the Panthers in this situation. Although the Panthers, have looked okay at times. And it's Andy Dalton, I guess. I don't even know if we'll see if Bryce Young's playing. But I think the Vikings, they're more desperate. And not that helps, but Vikings -4. It's in Carolina, but gotta go Vikings. I think they need this one, and they've lost some close ones. Probably they should have beat the Chargers last week. Should have had something on that final drive, but came up short. But I think they'll get it done. But who knows? Panthers, maybe Bryce Young, maybe he plays, gets his first dub. Who knows? Up next, Chargers, Raiders. Another divisional matchup. Gotta love it. Raiders 1-2, Chargers 1-2. It's in LA. I got the Chargers. Even though they shouldn't have even won last week, they should be 0-3, not the Vikings. But I did pick them over the Vikings, so I was okay with it. But Raiders, I don't know, maybe Devontae Adams carries them to a victory. We don't know, because that's their only shot right now. They're in a weird spot. Josh Jacobs really hasn't gotten it going this year. I wonder if Eckler's going to play in this one. Josh Kelly's so hit or miss. He'll have a good game, and then he also won't show up. But Mike Williams is also out for the year, so just maybe that's Quentin Johnston music. Maybe he'll step up. Who knows? But they still got Keenan. They still got Herbert. I'm taking the Chargers for sure. So yeah, that's the first 4 o'clock game. Another 4 o'clock game. The second of 3. Patriots, Cowboys. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if it was last year or the year before. They had a pretty good game. Cowboys just ended up coming out on top, but I think it was Mac's rookie year because he looked pretty good in that one. But I see this one going the same way. This one's at Dallas again. Dallas -6.5. I think the Pats will hang around, but Cowboys will probably end up winning this one a little too easily. And I'll be very disappointed when the Pats are 1-3. But Cowboys, they lost to the Cardinals last week. That's tough. Gave the Cardinals our first win. Could be a nice little bounce back game, beating a not a good Patriots team, but Patriots are always tough. So it'll be a good win, but not the strongest Pats team in the world. Barely beat the Jets, but that's okay. Up next, Cardinals, Niners. This is a trap. This is a trap if I've ever seen one. I mean, come on. Feels easy, right? Right here. Feels like the easy pick. Cardinals aren't good, but just took down the Cowboys, so you don't know. It's going to be home one for the Niners. I mean, -14 line, that's pretty steep, but it was similar to the Cowboys one from last week. Cowboys was like -12.5. Cardinals got the dub. So I have faith in the Niners, though. They're good this year. They just look so solid. Purdy looks pretty solid, which is all they need from him. They just have so many skilled players. McCaffrey's been great. So feels like an easy pick. Feels like a very easy pick. Felt like that last week when they played the Giants. So into Sunday night, which, oh man, I wish they would flex these games, man, because I really don't want to watch the Chiefs dominate the Jets, all right? who wants to see that? Nobody wants to see that at all. I'm telling you, nobody wants to see that. But it is what it is. The Jets somehow beat the Bills that first week, but they should be 0-3. But it's at home. It's at MetLife Stadium. Minus 9.5 for the Chiefs. I'm going to have to take that. Because that sounds pretty good to me. Chiefs have been really good. Just one bad game at the start against the Lions. Gave away a free win to the Lions. But this could be rough. The Jets D will slow them a little bit, but at some point they're going to start cooking, and then that's going to be it. Zach Wilson, I don't think he's planning to go toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. All right, I don't think that's going to happen. But into Monday, interesting matchup on Monday. Got the Giants. We don't know what the hell's going on with the Giants. I think they're kind of like the Vikings, which last year they're trying to do what they did last year. I don't think they're going to make it to playoffs. I think they'll end up falling a little bit short. Same with the Seahawks, but I don't know. 7 teams have to get in, so all these teams that I think suck, like out of all of them, some of them are going to get in. But Giants, it's at home. You got Sunday night, you got a game at MetLife, and then Monday night, you got a game at MetLife. It's pretty funny, but Seahawks, there is no line. It's even. This one's even. There is no line, but I'm going to take the Seahawks outright. I think the Seahawks got this one. Barkley might play, but he's questionable. We don't know. But Daniel Jones, he still has nobody to throw to. He's got no one to throw to. I mean, other than Waller, but that ain't enough. It's not enough. Seahawks, I think Seahawks get the job done. I think they get it done. And that's it. That's the last Monday game. Only one Monday game. That's fine. We only need one game on Monday. If I had to choose, I would choose the 9:30 game for Sunday. Why not, Why not? But Seahawks, Giants, I got the Seahawks. And that's going to be it. That is it for the Week 4 picks. I'll see you guys in the next one. It's going to be the review video. Last couple weeks I went 12-4, so we'll see if that continues. But I haven't been doing too bad. We'll see. I've been trying to keep the bias out of the way. But anything happens in the National Football League, that's for sure.